Hi, I'm Isabel. I'm from FRC Team 2826 Wave Robotics, and I'm going to show you the horizontal bandsaw. So just some general safety, you want to make sure that you're not touching the blade. It is very sharp. If the blade does need to be changed, you need to make sure that you're getting a mentor. You should never do it by yourself. And then you should always make sure before you're touching the machine and adjusting the part that this is turned off. There usually is a light that indicates that the machine is on. However, you should always check to make sure it's off since the light bulb might be burned out. And then this over here is the feed valve, and it controls the blade rate that it drops. And then for setting up the piece, you want to make sure that the feeder valve is off. Otherwise, when you lift this up, the blade's just going to drop right down. And then you want to lift it so that it's above the piece. Then you come over here from the back so you're not reaching your hand under the blade, and you want to make sure that you position the piece to where you need to make the cut. Then you close the vise, and then you need to make sure that you're locking the vise so that this cannot be moved. And then you want to make sure that the guide arm is in an appropriate amount so that the blade is not exposed as much. So you move it over so it's about 2 to 3 inches and make sure that it's not hitting the vise. So then when you go to actually cut the piece, you want to turn on the machine. You see the light turns on, and then you're going to go ahead and turn on the coolant. So it'll look like that. And then you're going to start the blade, and then you're going to use the feeder valve, and then you want to start off slow, especially since this is steel. And then if you're using aluminum, you could go a little bit faster, but again, start off slow. And if you're not sure, ask a mentor, because if you go way too fast, it's going to make this really unpleasant noise. You're going to rip all the teeth off of the blade. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate a cut. So turn it on, and then putting in the ear protection. And then once it's done cutting through the piece, the blade will turn off, and then you can just hit off and then turn off the coolant.